Clams, another episode of Clams and Claws. Joey, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good. I'm ready to go. I already got my how you doing sandwich for later. I got mortadella, hot super sub, provolone, roasted peppers. How you doing? The how you doing sandwich. I'm ready to go. Sitting right here, locked down, 12 to probably 2 in the morning. Then ready to go for tomorrow morning again. That's it. I ain't going anywhere today.
Let's go. So we got a bunch of good games on the slate for you guys today, as well as the pros for tomorrow. Shout out again to Kenny for doing the show with Joey Clams last week. I was sick, but ready to rock and roll, Joey. So our first one we got, we're going to stick with college to start. We got Louisiana Tech going to Jackson State.
Jacksonville State, yeah, they put up a lot of points. Louisiana Tech can't stop a nosebleed. They'll cover the state. They'll win by double digits. Take Jacksonville State in this spot right here.
Nice. Next one we got Big 12 country. We got Texas going to Iowa State.
There's a lot of people on the Iowa State Cyclone side, home conference dog. But you know what? Texas is a really good team. They went into Alabama in the beginning of the year and beat them, even though I know Alabama wasn't Alabama, the way they're playing now. But you know what? They have the capability to go on the road in a tough environment and win. That's a talented team. Give me the Longhorns all day right there. Let's go.
Next one, we got a rivalry game in Kansas. We got Kansas State going to Kansas.
Kansas State always beats this team up. And Kansas got better the last few years, but they're going with the third string quarterback. The Purple Cats are playing really good. Give me Kansas State in a romp over here, going into Kansas and romping them. Wow.
Next one, we got another rivalry game. We got Cal going to Stanford.
Listen, this Stanford team, new coach, young coach. He's got them playing tough. They're competitive. They got a better offense this year than they had under Shaw in the last past decade. I like Stanford in this spot at home dog. You know what? This is a recruiting game. They're moving. They're moving to the ACC, and you know what? People are going to be watching this game. They're going to be playing hard. They're not laying down. Give me Stanford plus the 7.5 in this game up at the farm.
We got our friend Albert Knoppers joining us. He says, "Morning, guys. Another exciting weekend of football, I hope." What's up, Albert?
What's it all about, Alfie?
We got another one you sent, Joe. Purdue going to Northwestern.
Yeah, this is my conference home dog game. Northwestern, you know what? They're pretty much a quiet story, flying under the radar. Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State taking, and plus the damage of Michigan State's been taken over the Big Ten conversation this year. But Northwestern, has been playing tough and playing good football. I take them at home all day long against Purdue. Who's Purdue to go in as a favorite? Give me Northwestern in this game as a home conference dog. I like them. They're playing really good. And there's a couple other games that are some top games, Carson, that like Miami, Louisville.
Yeah.
Louisville is 9-1 going into Miami. The favorite flip. Miami's favorite now, 1.5. So anybody who has interest in that game, I don't. I'm scared right now to play to pick a side in that one. Just to let you know, Miami flipped to a 1.5 point favorite, and that's about a 45-minute kickoff from now. And then there's that other game up in Oregon State. Every sharp guy is on Oregon State. This flipped too. Washington was a 2-point favorite. Now Oregon State is 2.5 point favorite. The Beavers are going to build a dam. They're telling me up there. What do you think about that game?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I think Oregon State is fired up. I think it's going to cause chaos with Washington being at that 5 spot for the college football playoffs. So I think they get it done too, Joey.
You think Washington, when they won that Oregon game, they haven't been the same team?
No, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I think if there was a rematch right now, I think I'd probably go Oregon to win that game.
They were saying that line would be 6.5 Oregon at a neutral site if when they both make it there in Vegas in a couple of weeks.
Interesting.
But too many people, you know what it is? I get nervous when everybody's on Oregon State and nobody's on UW, and UW is undefeated. That makes me nervous.
We got our friend Mark Calderio joining us. He says, "Hey, guys, go Michigan." Joey, Michigan, I believe, is 19.5 going to Maryland.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to play this, I'd play Michigan. I don't trust Maryland. The Maryland's one of those teams. There's a bunch of them that one week they look good, and then the next week they look like pig vomit. You know what I'm saying? I can't try. If I had to put money on, you got to. When it gets down to the years, the part of the year like this, you got to put it into a team you trust.
We got one more. You got to play in the UCLA versus USC game.
Yeah, I like the under in this game. UCLA's got a really good defense. They'll slow down USC, and UCLA's offense is not good. I don't think they're gonna really put up reach 30 points against USC, the UCLA's offense. And be a lot of guys checking out this game, getting ready for this game. Used to be a big rivalry. Now this is they're going to be checking out. Guys going to be going to the pros. I don't want to hear, oh, well, if USC is going to go to a bowl game. You think these kids that are getting ready for the NFL are worried about some bowl game
Mm-hmm.
on this December 28th somewhere in, I don't know, Bucks County? You know what I'm saying? They're ready for the NFL. They're not ready for no bowl. They don't care about no bowl games. You see that even when there's a New Year's Day bowl game, nobody cares.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and really quick, Joe, what are your thoughts on that? We kind of talked about that on Wednesday's show. Do you have a problem, like if there's a kid that's going to be a projected first round pick? Do you have any issue with them skipping their bowl games and getting ready for the NFL? I know you just kind of alluded to it, but
No, you know what? If you know what, it's easy for everybody to have an opinion on it, unless you're that individual kid. I mean, listen, my daughter played sports in college, softball in college, D1, and you know what? And weekends, there was a lot of times that the cafeteria was closed and they just had leftover food there and stuff like that. So you don't know a kid's situation. You're talking about somebody's career.
mm-hmm,
You go to college so you could get a better job, right?
mm-hmm.
So if I got a chance to go to the NFL and make 7 digits, and my family's going to be fine, hey, I got to worry about me. Like everything, you got to worry about yourself. You got
I'm
to.
with you. Yep.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. Kurt's joining us. He says, "What's up, boys? Oregon State's going to run it at least 40 times versus Washington." He says, "Right at their throats."
Well, this is the guy the other night says he wasn't going to bet this week. He was saving his money for next week to bet. Let me tell you something. Him and his wife, they got more money than anybody. They break wind through silk sheets over there. They got more money than anybody. He hates a dime because it ain't a quarter.
Glad you're with us, Kurt. Thanks again for helping us set this up. We're going to transition to the pros, Joey. We got our first game here. We got Chargers going to the Packers.
Yeah. Can I just talk about the Joe Burrows?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. So really quick before I'll throw my 2 cents in. So obviously Thursday Night Football, guys. Bengals went to the Ravens. I believe when the game opened up, I think the Ravens are a -3.5 point favorite. And there was a lot of speculation about if Joe Burrow was healthy. He claims they were healthy. The Bengals didn't report it on the injury sheet before the game, and he was good to go. And then obviously, Joe, there's been a video circulating where he was off the team bus and he had some kind of wrist brace on, and the gambling world is upset, Joey.
Oh yeah, listen, they're upset. Guys who say bet like Keith, even if a guy bets 50 cents or $50,000, they're upset because you know what? You're putting. It's like the NBA. You bet something early in the morning, at 10 o'clock, and all of a sudden 7:30, 3 plays on the team you bet are sitting on the bench, and all of a sudden your line moves 7 points and you're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
We were on the show around 6:15. I said, listen, two sharp places. Circus Sports in Vegas. That's a great place to go. A 4th floor sports bar, biggest one in the world. Circus Sports Hotel and Casino. And DraftKings went to 4 on that game. So something was fishy. Somebody says, you know what? He might not be right. He started out already, threw that little touchdown pass. It was low, but it was good. But then after that, once he hurt his wrist, he went down, and that was it. He's out for the year, and this is the second time he's got a season-ending injury. And I'm gonna just go back to that draft. He was Chase was in the same draft with Sewell, right, Carson?
Yep.
And that was, remember that me and you were the first time on the draft together, and you wanted Chase, and I says you got to get the offensive line.
Yeah.
You can't leave a Ferrari on Jerome Avenue in the South Bronx, because you know what? When you look out the window, that Ferrari's gone. You got to keep protected. You see what's happening with the your Detroit Lions. Your quarterback is playing top three. Maybe he's in the running for the MVP. You know why? He's protected. He has to make plays. You could find wide receivers. Bill Walsh says we don't take wide receivers to the end of the draft. We build a foundation. Get a quarterback. Get Montana in the third round. Oh, Joe Clams, but what about he took Jerry Rice? That's after he just put 2 Super Bowls in his pocket.
Yeah.
When you take a position player, like a weapon like that, you got to make sure he's just to fill a piece. You can't rebuild like that. Listen, Chase is a great player. They got to the Super Bowl. Here's the double-edged sword. Your quarterback is now second season career-ending surgery, and you don't have that offensive line. You can't run the ball. That's all I'm saying. It's not football. It's the NFL.
There you go. That's how you win. Going back to your pick, Joey, Chargers and Packers.
Yeah, the Chargers don't play any defense. Last week, they went in the fourth quarter. They scored on 5 drives in a row and at home and still lost the game to your Lions. Give me the Packers here at Lambeau as a home dog. I don't trust the Chargers on the road as a favorite.
Next one we got is your Jets are taking on the Bills, Joey.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. And we've been on the Jets, every game, and they've been nothing but vomiting on themselves. They can't score. They can't score. The coach is a cheerleader. But Buffalo's, is no day to beach either. Their defense is banged up. They're small. They're not physical. But I don't think the Jets are going to be able to put up points on Buffalo. I think Buffalo will get past this game. They win by maybe 10 under that. I think they could get to double digits, and they'll cover the spread. Later 6.5, get off to 7. 7 will be a push if you lay to 7. No big deal, but don't lay that hook.
Albert saying your thoughts on the Broncos and Vikings game, and what is your prediction?
We got that coming up there.
Yeah, right? He's saying Broncos win 27-10. We'll get to that shortly, Albert. And then Kurt's also saying the AFC is wide open.
Yeah, he's back. He came out from the shell. They're back. The Bronco fans are back. They were.
We got my boys, Joey. You have a play in this one. The Bears taking on the Lions.
Yeah, the Lions. They could score with anybody in the league. The thing is, they score so fast that their defense has got to go back out there real quick. And there's another team, Carson. You should have picked a defensive guy instead of the running back.
Oh man, Jalen Carter, yeah.
But that's for a different time. Listen, the Lions got a game coming up Thursday, so and Fields is back. He runs the ball. Lions don't like playing against a running quarterback. I think the Lions offense, he's going to try to run the ball and work that clock, because you got an early game coming up on Thursday. You want your defense fresh. I think Lions win this game, and I think it stays under the total of 48.5. I like the under in this game. I see this game like a 20s. 23, 10, 24, 13, something like that. I think it stays under the total. I think he's going to have a game plan. What are you hearing about this game plan? That he wants to run the ball and try to clock it, because, you got a game coming right up on Thursday. You hear anything, Carson?
Right. Yeah. Obviously we have a short week, like you said, with Thanksgiving. But yeah, Aaron Glenn, our defensive coordinator, that's just he hasn't been able to figure out a plan to stop mobile quarterbacks. So we'll see what happens. It should be interesting. Next one we got, Joey, is the Cardinals are going to the Texans.
Hey, listen, everybody loves that Houston Texans story. Everybody's on their bandwagon. Murray came back last week for the Cardinals, And you know what? He knows that he's on the trade block, or they're going to keep him. He's playing for his job. Either he's playing for his job for the Cardinals, or he's playing for his job for another team next year. If they decide to trade him, if he gets hurt, they owe him $70 million. I
Mm.
like I like the energy he brought. I think he has a different attitude. He has no choice. This is his career. Give me the Cardinals in a close game to get the cover here against the Texans, plus the 6.5. Arizona Cardinals on the road.
Another one we got is Cowboys and Panthers.
This is a typical Cowboy game where they'll try to sleepwalk through it. They got Thanksgiving coming up. Look out for the backdoor cover. I like the Panthers in this spot, and I think they could scare the Cowboys late in this game. So you know what? Typical Cowboys. They go on the road as a bully, and you know what? They could get the door slammed in the face. Couple of interceptions. They don't play. McCarthy does never have them prepared 2 weeks in a row. They always take a week off. So I like the dog plus 11, plus 10.5 here. Panthers at home getting double digits.
Nice. We got another one. We got the Raiders are going to Miami. The Dolphins are minus 13.5.
Yeah. The Raiders story, win one for the Gipper. They all, got together. But guess who they played? They played the Giants at home. Then they came back and played the Jets at home. Now it's a different thing. You got to go on Miami early, 1 o'clock start Eastern time, body clock. You're 10 o'clock. You're going to go face an offense now. I think this is a bad spot for Pierce. I won't even call him a rookie coach, and a rookie quarterback going into Miami against that track meet. Miami's going to blow the doors off them. Take Miami here later, 13.5.
And then going back to Albert's game, Vikings and Broncos, Joey.
Yeah, listen, the Cinderella story is going to come to an end at Mile High Stadium on Sunday night up in the Rocky Mountains over there. Sean Payton will have a game plan against this quarterback and against the defense of the Vikings. Vikings can't run the ball. The quarterback's the only one who's been running the ball. They're going to put a stop to him. Here's what the Broncos got to do, and this is what you do when you're Denver. You got to play from in front. Jump on this team in the first quarter, because the first quarter, the first half, is where the visiting team has a hard time sucking air. So get ahead of them. Sean Payton has to play from ahead, and then he'll have a game plan. The Broncos have been playing better. They beat Kansas City. They went on the road and beat Buffalo. I like the Broncos in this spot. They're laying 2. I think the Broncos win here by a touchdown. Denver Broncos Sunday night. Good bet here.
Nice. I'll throw a bonus one in for you, Joey. We got Monday Night Football. We got the Eagles going to Arrowhead and Patrick Mahomes. I think the line is still Chiefs minus 2.5.
I see threes out there with the dog juice to plus 120. So that is just going. They're taking the 3. They're laying the 2.5. That's what it's going to be all day. But give me Mahomes as with rest with Andy Reid as a 3 or less at home. I take Mahomes. It's just automatic. Press the button on it with that. Automatic laying less than 3 at home with rest with Andy Reid. Give me Chiefs in this one. Oh,
I'm with you, Joey. All right, Joey, give everybody your best bet for college and best bet for the pros.
There's a couple. Here's another game tonight. This team has been putting up points, and they've been boat racing teams. San Jose State is another team I like tonight. But I like Kansas State going into Kansas on a banged up Kansas team. I mean, last week we had Kansas. They were in the red zone 4 times, first and goal within the 5-yard line. They only came out with 3 points 4 times in the red zone. They blew that game against Texas Tech. Texas Tech is another team I like today. Texas Tech and Kansas State. Oh, Big 12 action there going. A little Big 12 action. Best bet in the pros tomorrow. Go to Sunday night. Go with Kurt, Albert, all those guys. Those guys. They say they have a show. I don't know. I never got an invite yet. I'm waiting to get invited onto the show. I don't know. Maybe they're just prejudiced against Italians. I don't know. The Rocky Mountain Boys. Maybe I got to put a cowboy hat on or a open, rest some cattle. I don't know what I got to do, but give me the Broncos as best bet on Sunday night. I think it's over for this quarterback. This game, they'll have a plan for him. They'll figure him out. I trust Payton. I trust Russell Wilson. He's starting to play. He's playing. He's not playing bad at all. And I think Broncos win. I like the Broncos best bet.
Nice. All right, guys. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of Clams and Claws. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Enjoy the game this weekend.
Tonight, I'm going on with the scoops.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Good luck with that. Yeah.
10 o'clock.
Any final words, Joey?
What was that?
Any final words?
Yeah. Listen, make sure watch those half a points, and if it passes the number that you wanted to get it out, it's a no play. Sometimes a good bet is a no bet. All right, let's go.
Nice. Let's go. Good luck, guys. See you guys next week.